beyond. How is everybody doing?
We're all doing. Oh, I was answering on behalf of Lagos. We're doing great.
And beyond.
And beyond. Today is
Yes.
Tech Friday, so something a little bit different
Yes,
from
indeed.
Monday to Thursdays. And don't forget, you can send your messages in 0809 444 0981 is the WhatsApp number. If you'd rather go on Twitter, the hashtag to use is Business Express 981.
Thank you so much. I want to welcome Fisayo and Taiwo to the studio. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning, ladies.
All right. Yes. Fisayo, by the way, was here. Happy weekend. You were here earlier in the week for Business Hub. Real quick, the market yesterday, the spike, 1.9% appreciation is what we saw yesterday. GT Bank up by almost 10%, Zenith up by almost 8%. Banking stocks pushed the appreciation in the stock exchange yesterday. So it's been like, I think, 4 or 5 days in a row. Are we going to see a correction? We'll see today, or we'll see what happens on Monday. But gentlemen, let us begin. I think we should start with social media week, since it's been ongoing here in Lagos. Shall we start with the Sanwo-Olu confrontation, or why digital subscriptions are the future of online business? Where shall we start? Let's start with Sanwo-Olu. Okay, excuse me, Sanwo-Olu, excuse me. Okay, so he had, I don't know how many, I think I posted a video already online. He had was it a confrontation or was it a debate with an influencer? Her name
With
is
a certain person.
Daring from Isaleko.
I don't know how to
Oh well, that's how
she's
her bio says.
influencer.
You know her,
Yeah,
eh?
I know her.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like,
Ayo, do you think it was staged? Because that's the question
well, this is politics. Anything can happen. So-
I don't think it was. I think it was just sheer engagement, and the man just wanted to interact with a certain. I mean, if you read what she said she probably didn't really know. Well, I doubt that, but in terms of not really knowing or knowing really more about what the man was, in that sense there. But for me, I felt the engagement was a bit interesting. I love the way the man engaged people, and from what I've heard, that's how he normally does stuff. That's how he engages people in that sense. He gives you an opportunity to speak,
Okay.
and then he listens to you. So he listens, and before he gives his own perspective to things in that sense. And the girl said, "Oh, I like him 10% more now. I'll decide 90% after that." And that, I think he got a fan. He made a fan. Oh yeah, didn't you read it that she liked him 10% more?
Right. So
And then she made 90%. And
this is what I'm saying. She's got almost 30,000 followers on Instagram. She posted it. It just so happened that there were journalists surrounding them. Cameras were going off. Everybody were holding her
Everybody's
phone.
a journalist these days. I don't know why you're complaining.
No, but
Even you are a journalist.
I'm-
Everybody's a journalist.
You
Again-
expect someone to walk into anywhere and then they're not journalists.
Journalists.
Right. But the fact that he just happened to be confronted
But
by
he's
an
in their
This is the
space.
first
This is not the
time
first time he's in
been
their
confronted
space.
by anybody. Okay.
So we believe it was not staged.
I thought I saw some interviews. I mean, someone was asking questions. Some American wannabe was asking someone some question, and it turned to a
Were there also journalists as well
Yeah.
surrounding them?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no way the
Alright.
man goes that you find any of those
Let's
people.
move on to a more tech.
If you were the governorship candidate of APC in Lagos State, you have journalists around.
Following me, okay. So are we? Ayo still is on the fence.
I can set it
but
up for you if you want. But
The
if you want
both,
before I
the
run,
both of you
everybody-
believe it was not staged. I'm still not sure. Why digital subscriptions are the future of online businesses? They used Paystack, My Gym, Fitness Central, because the owners were there. Business Day as well was one of the people on the panel. So Business Day, Paystack, Fitness Central, Gym, a couple of people. They were talking about how if you're online now, subscriptions are the way to go. Business Day was saying that 45% of their revenue was coming in from online. It was the difficult thing to start in the beginning. How do you guys feel about that as far as subscriptions here? Because I mean, in the West, yeah, it's pretty big, but here it still looks like it's growing
So
pains.
subscription for what exactly?
Well, content. So Business Day,
So
you
for
can
digital thing for
right.
So a lot of companies have struggled in the past, but when you see what New York Times did recently, I mean, what they posted for last year, $701 million.
Right.
And repeatedly, I mean, quarter after quarter now, they're getting more revenue, earning more income from the digital platform than they are from their conventional, traditional platform and software. So it's a way to go in that sense. There are different models that people try out. I'm surprised to hear that Business Day is saying it's responsible for 45% of what of their income itself there. So who knows? It may just be generally the future. But in terms of what the potential is, so how much revenue are they generating relative to how much the potential that is out there. So what I'm saying is that if they're making only 100 million, I think 5 million of that is coming from the digital platform. In that sense, like that, there is
some subscription revenue, so people paying to read business day.
Yes.
I mean, again,
no. I've been there. I used to be there while I was in my other life. I used to receive the subscriptions. So yes, I do know that people subscribe to it. I've been a recipient of that for about a year. So I understand what I understand why they might be saying what I say, but I'm saying relative to what the market potential itself holds. We're too used to a lot of free services around here, in that sense, and that's why I always tell people or some of them, startups, when I get the chance to speak with them and say, look, if you're ever going to charge for this thing, you need to start giving people a hint from the beginning,
right?
Because that's one of the problems that Twitter faces till today. The monetization is a big issue.
Okay.
So,
Fisayo, what do you think?
I mean, to a large extent, I think people are subscribing for stuff already. People are subscribing for data. People are subscribing for cable TV, right? But when it comes to digital subscription, right, things around news and all of that, I remember seeing Washington Post actually begging for donation, like, okay, please now, we are reading this article, please now, just pay something small.
The Guardian UK does it as well.
Right.
The Guardian
Right.
UK, quite a lot of them do that.
So it means that I mean, this is the US, right? That's begging people to subscribe. I sincerely doubt the data that the business, posted. I mean, anybody can claim 80%.
Right, because they're a private company and we don't know.
Again,
Yeah.
So, as much as I believe that advertising model for content businesses is not necessarily, the most sustainable way to generate revenue, I sincerely believe that it's a subscription, but it's also a really painful, hard, and gradual process.
They mentioned that in the article, yeah, that's why they discussed it there. Yeah. Saying it's
Again, like I said, if you look at New York Times, they're doing what? They're saying $1 a week or something.
Yeah.
So you see that ad every time.
I have to quickly beg.
It pops up every time on the
please now,
website.
just-
No, so but my
just
point
give
is
us
this:
small.
these guys were at a point where it was a massive problem. I read a book recently. I can't remember the title of the book there, and I talked about it. And they talked about I think it was the four: Amazon, Facebook, Apple, and Netflix. No, Netflix is not part of it. Anyway, so
Part of it.
so one of the guys was talking about it, and if you had read the book, you've seen the challenges that New York Times actually went through. And from then, not even to raise money, how they've had to close down businesses, they lost money years ago, and now they're making this much
recovered.
in terms of revenue from digital subscriptions. For me, it's a very big deal.
Full disclosure, I actually am subscribed to both the New York Times and Washington Post, and it's pretty cheap right now.
To business day.
Yes, also business day as
Alright.
well.
You
So
pay. How much do you pay?
That's
Yeah, why are you
let
asking?
people
Why are you
find
putting that?
out
Why,
online.
exactly? Why are you asking me how much I pay?
Alright, well,
Let's move
people
on.
around
Because
this.
These are news content I can get for free. So why should I pay for it?
Well,
It's
so that's what it is. Originally, I thought about some of those things, but the reality is this: each publishing house has their own, or each media house has their own perspective to these stories, and they have a slant in which they write. So they have their own what do you call it, editorial opinion, whatever, their own op-eds and stuff like that. There are specials that write in that sense. So they have their own perspective, and if you're an ardent follower, you like the way they write, you like the way certain things are, you would want to take that perspective as opposed to just a general.
Alright,
Plus, they have exclusives. Yes,
let's go
messages.
quickly to our messages. Yes, we have one here from Benga Kamo. He says content is the same content, not available for free elsewhere, but it's good that they earn money online. But I think it's business people that would pay for it.
Okay. I think Ibrahim was asking for
Yes, your
Twitter handle. ROTANKWOT.
Ratanko.
Yes, Ratanko. All right, can we talk about this crypto? I don't know how many people heard about the news of the Quadriga, the cryptocurrency exchange in Canada. The owner died. He's 30 years old. He came down with Crohn's disease, which is some bowel inflammatory thing he caught in India. I hear the fatality rate is only like 3% if you get treatment, but sadly the guy died. What happened? He's the only one with the passwords, right?
Yeah. So the people's digital currencies are being held in a cold wallet, right?
Yes.
Which is not necessarily digitally available, so it's offline, right?
Okay.
So and then he's the only one that has the password to the cold wallet,
Right.
So that's the problem. Now that he's passed, nobody in this company
can access it. And how much are they saying was lost? It was between.
I've heard different things, 145 to 190 million. So
Right.
it tops around somewhere there. So I've heard 110 as well. In that sense, yeah.
Unfortunately, I mean,
I don't think it's unfortunate. I think some people are not saying because I doubt that they cannot break. They cannot break it. I
exactly.
doubt it very much. Number one. Number two. This is the real definition of one chance. You know? So, but I doubt that they can't break it. You know, that's
they are
that's-
trying to. They are
you know,
trying.
so-
yeah.
So that's why they got protect from the court for at least 1 month, so that the developers can figure out. the way
Yes,
they can
thank you.
hack
The
through.
court has stayed any civil lawsuits because their customers are saying he faked his debt so he could carry their money away, and so the court has said no lawsuits until we can get people to break into the laptop. Well, so you think they'll break into it? You think they'll be able to get
If they don't break into it, they will sue all of them so that kingdom come.
All right, we have some suggestions here on WhatsApp. Cruz here is saying they better go hire ethical hackers.
Right.
That's like an oxymoron.
I know,
ethical
right?
hackers,
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Benga Akamu says, is it possible to break the password of this cold wallet, or is there something else in the offing?
That's the question.
There's
I don't
nothing
think.
that cannot be broken.
Well, I don't think they'll break it. I'm gonna put it-
Absolutely
I don't think
nothing.
they
As
will.
long as it's in the digital space,
So the money will just go like that.
will go
somebody
now.
else will break it.
Huh, okay.
I-
It can be broken, I believe.
With the right amount of time,
Yeah.
they will succeed.
Maybe,
We'll see.
but maybe not 1 month.
Not
Okay.
1
All
month.
right,
I doubt
Fabike
that they'll
has,
do 1 month.
listen to Fabike's suggestion. Let's see if this would work. We will make sure he wake up home. They should go to India or come to Nigeria to meet people who commune with the dead.
Yeah,
That's
that should just call him like, hey guy, password.
I know we're out of time.
Okay.
Taiwo, thank you. Fisayo, thank you. Everybody, Papi K, Benga, thanks for your messages. Real quick, the Telsa news that they were Tesla, excuse me, that they were coming to Nigeria
That's news.
is fake news. All that whoever put it out there is not real. So whoever you read that Tesla is coming to Nigeria is not real.
It's marketed.
Exactly. We'll see. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Appreciate it. And thank you all for your messages as well.
All right, thank you, Rotus. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lagos, for listening and for your messages, like Rotus said. Now, don't forget, at 7:30, we're back here for Freshly Pressed 981. We'll go in depth into the news headlines we shared with you earlier on with our expert analysts. See you soon.
Don't break that.